Okay, so we had some nice weather this weekend, so I brought the Dayton down, pressure washed it. That was quite a chore. It took a long time. It was really dirty. I wasn't entirely sure this thing was even white or tan. It's white. Brought it out here in the yard, leveled her up, and camped her out. Friday night, stayed out here most of the day Saturday. Saturday night, and then started packing in. We cooked outside. We had dinner outside on the barbecue, had breakfast in here, testing all the systems out. Almost everything worked great. We tested everything: the hot water, the oven, the stove, the generators on board, the Champion generator on liquid propane, range hood, fan, exhaust fans, air conditioner, ceiling fan, bathroom, refrigerator, everything, major systems, all test out pretty good. Three problems, varying ranges. This sink fixture, the cold water didn't work. I thought, well, sure, there's some crud stuck in that faucet. Perfectly clean. Took it all apart. They never drilled out the hole in the fitting under here from the factory. It's completely blocked. There's a T-junction in there, and it's fused together that joins all these three together after the faucets. So there's no way to drill that now that it's put together. I just ordered another one. I got it off eBay for $29.99. Has a detachable sprayer. Hopefully that's in before next weekend is Memorial Day, and I'm taking her up to Bradford, up to Cross Fork, and camping her out up there. Not a big deal, but like to get that fixed. It's just the cold water. The hot water comes out fine. There was still antifreeze in the tanks. Even though I turned the purge valve, I think I was on too much of a list. There was still a couple, maybe a gallon or so, and it stinks. Stank. Yeah. So, washing your hands and all that, then you got the smell of it on your hands. So I put a little chlorine tabs in there. It is cleaning up. I'm going to dump the water that's in there. How much do I have? We're doing a lot of cleaning here. I did fill the tank. Still 2/3 of a tank. Other big problem was this pull-out trundle bed that was under here. I actually pulled it out because I had an idea of maybe putting a projector screen under there and then mounting a projector on the roof, and it was moldy. Yep. So I have this I sprayed Clorox under there to kill the mold I found there. Now I was actually a little wet in those corners because that's where those seams are broken, and I had pressure washed it. So that needs attention. Well, I had to cut it out on the sides. It was actually in there on slider rails and framed into the cabinet. When I did, poop, when I was moving it through the yard, that dropped. So I'm going to have to jack that up. I'm going to put some 2x4s under there for now to brace that up while I decide what I want to do. My thought was to put maybe like a 40-some inch flat screen TV in there that slides out from here. That'd be sweet. And then it can slide back in there. Use that for shoe storage or something like that. So I'm going to think about that. That has to be done. Something has to be done with that before I roll it. The other issue was the canopy. I knew it was in bad shape just from looking at it right along the body. When I deployed it, actually when I pressure washed, pieces of it came flying off. So it was just dry rotted and deteriorated. I deployed it. We had it, for the first night. Then yesterday, it got a little bit windy. Not much to say, but this had already started ripping. And it was only on by like a foot after I went in and came out. I took a shower, so I just pulled it and finished the job. Dismounted it from the rig. That's where it crashed. Just glad it didn't happen when we were sitting out there, on Saturday night or Friday night. So, got another one on the way. It's a 20-footer. It was around $150 shipped. We actually had a $100 gift card for Amazon. That's a peacock. And it's blue. So that's cool. It's going to match, some of the blue on the side of the rig instead of that mauve, which only really matches anything in here. Mauve! Yay! So, it's nice to have a canopy. I wasn't going to fuss over the color, but was able to choose a replacement color. It's going to be blue. Alright, the Champion generator worked great off liquid propane. Way quieter than the onboard. It ran the air conditioner and the refrigerator. I didn't run the microwave at the same time. I wouldn't do that. I should have the wattage to do it, but there's no reason. You know, you just cut the AC off if you're going to run that, just to keep from overloading it. I guess I could do a test. The Champion is rated for not as much, less wattage when it's on liquid propane. It's rated for 3100, I think, peak watts on gasoline. That's startup, that's not continuous. I think it's like 2800 on propane. I have to look at the manual. Where did I put it? Huh. Okay. I forget where I put it now. But anyway, there's the tank. Oh, there it is. Geez, that scared me. I put it under there in case it rained. That'll make your heart skip a beat. So anyway, my buddy Metzi brought me these gifts here. His girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend, should clarify that, left this cooler and this full propane tank at his house. And he brought them by Friday and said, hey, can you use these? And I was just setting up. I said, I sure can. So it's a nice full bottle of propane. So I can actually log how many hours. I ran that for about 4 hours over the weekend, and I split it up with that one over there too, just because it's so much more convenient. That's barely even cut into. I think they listed the running hours on propane at like 70 or 80% load as like 8. I'll have to look in the manual, but I would believe it. I don't think I was running that anywhere near 50% load because I had it in eco mode. You can hear the engine rev up and down. So yeah, everything else worked good. I tested the city water hookup. That works. Everything, no leaks. All in all, pretty happy with it. There's that beautiful, not quite white, but not quite tan, maybe a little sun-faded gel coat that came up after some aggressive pressure washing and scrubbing with, I used Simple Green on it. Seemed to work pretty good. It's supposed to be non-toxic, you know, because I was washing it up in the yard. Alright, so stay tuned for the big road test. I'm going to take it for inspection on Wednesday. PA state inspection. Emissions, I don't know if it's emissions exempt or not. I'll have to look into that. It's a 94. I don't have an emissions on it, so we'll see. 2015, it's 5 years ago, last inspected. And take her out, get her on the road, get her inspected. Tires all look good. They're new enough, you know, good tread, no dry rot. These gypsy caterpillars. All these birds are skinny chickens and birds that run around here eating these things up. Driving me nuts. Alright, so that's how the weekend yard test camp. It's like the test pancake for RVing. Gotta make sure your stuff's alright. Alright, so that's it. Enjoy, have fun, R-venturing.